The trailer opens with a sense of quiet intensity, almost like the calm before a storm. You immediately get the feeling that the Duttons are in a new chapter, one that's not without its challenges but carries a sense of hope that we didn't always see in Yellowstone. Beth and Rip, our central anchors, are back, and they're stronger, smarter, and more grounded than ever. Yet there's an underlying tension that suggests nothing about this new life will be easy. From the trailer, it's clear that their relationship is as fierce and loyal as ever. But now there's a new layer added. Carter, the next generation, who is stepping into a world that demands strength, courage, and the occasional rebellion. The way the trailer teases his role is subtle but effective, hinting at growth, love, and the inevitable clashes that come with stepping into the Dutton legacy. What's fascinating about this first episode is how it balances nostalgia with novelty. You can see the sweeping landscapes, the horses galloping across the fields, and the ranch that feels both timeless and alive. But there's also a clear signal that the Duttons are no longer just fighting for survival, they're fighting to define their future. New characters are teased just enough to create curiosity and suspense without giving away too much. From powerful rivals to allies who may not be entirely trustworthy, every moment in the trailer is layered with tension, intrigue, and questions that make you lean forward and anticipate what comes next. And while there's adventure and high stakes, there's also intimacy. Beth and Rip are shown in moments that remind us why we care about them. The quiet gestures, the shared looks, the sense that they've built something worth protecting, even as the world threatens to tear it apart. You can feel the contrast between their serene moments on the ranch and the storm of challenges waiting outside its borders. Every line of dialogue, every shot, seems designed to pull viewers into a world where the stakes are high, the land is vast, and loyalty can be as dangerous as betrayal. The trailer doesn't just sell a story, it sells a promise that this new series will give us everything we loved about Yellowstone, but with new stories, fresh tension, and a deeper exploration of the characters we've come to know and love. By the end of this first glimpse, you're left with a sense of anticipation that's hard to shake, a feeling that episode 1 is going to hit hard, emotionally and dramatically, and set the tone for what promises to be an unforgettable season. As the trailer unfolds, it becomes clear that this first episode isn't just about reintroducing familiar faces, it's about establishing the world they now inhabit and the challenges that come with it. Beth and Rip aren't just surviving anymore. They're shaping a legacy, and the stakes feel higher than ever. You can see hints of tension in their interactions with neighbors, with new characters who bring power, charm, and unpredictability into the mix. The trailer teases Beulah Jackson, a strong and cunning ranch owner from Texas, whose presence alone promises conflict, rivalry, and a challenge to the Dutton way of life. You get the sense that this is a world where alliances are fragile, and every decision can have lasting consequences. Even small moments, like a glance exchanged across a fence or a subtle tone in dialogue, suggest undercurrents of tension that make your anticipation almost unbearable. But it's not just conflict that drives the story. It's also the relationships. Carter's journey is highlighted in the trailer, showing him navigating the complexities of growing up in a family known for toughness and loyalty. His first encounters with love, combined with the protective instincts of Beth and Rip, promise both heartwarming and heart-stopping moments. The trailer also balances the grandiosity of the ranch with the intimate storytelling fans expect. Sweeping shots of the Montana landscape give a sense of scale and freedom, yet the focus always returns to the Duttons, their bonds, their struggles, and the choices they make in the quiet, tense moments. Humor and warmth peek through in small ways, whether it's a knowing smile or a brief laugh, reminding us that while the world is dangerous, it's also human and relatable. Every second of the trailer builds layers of expectation. You can almost feel the pulse of the story, the impending challenges, the emotional stakes, and the promise of action and suspense. Even without full context, the trailer communicates that episode 1 will set the tone for everything that follows. A careful blend of personal stakes, family loyalty, and the harsh reality of life on a sprawling ranch. By the end of this trailer, the excitement is tangible. It's not just a continuation of Yellowstone, it's a reimagining of what the Duttons' story can be. More complex, more emotional, and more thrilling. You're left with questions that demand answers. Who can be trusted? What dangers lie ahead? And how will Beth, Rip, and Carter navigate a world that is as beautiful as it is unpredictable? The trailer doesn't just tease the plot, it teases your emotions, leaving you on edge, eager for episode 1 to arrive so you can finally see the answers unfold. What stands out most in this trailer is how it blends anticipation with emotion, creating a sense that every moment matters. From the very first glimpse of the ranch in the golden sunlight to the tense close-ups of Beth and Rip, there's an energy that's impossible to ignore. You can feel the weight of the Dutton legacy pressing down on them, yet the trailer makes it clear that they're ready to fight for what they love, not just the land, but the family and the future they're building. One of the most thrilling aspects teased is the subtle but unmistakable tension between old and new. The Duttons have established themselves as powerful, respected, and feared. But the world around them isn't standing still. New neighbors, new rivalries, and new opportunities all create a backdrop where danger and intrigue can erupt at any moment. The trailer doesn't over-explain. Instead, it gives just enough to keep viewers guessing, letting your imagination fill in the gaps, which is a brilliant way to keep the suspense high. Carter's role is particularly intriguing. The trailer hints at his coming-of-age journey, showing him stepping into situations where he must make choices that reflect not only his growing maturity, but also the lessons and values instilled by Beth and Rip. His interactions suggest love, rebellion, and the beginnings of conflict that will test the bonds of the Dutton family. It's easy to see how the show is balancing action with intimate storytelling. High-stakes moments on the ranch are punctuated by deeply personal decisions, creating a rhythm that makes every scene feel significant. The trailer also teases small but powerful character details: Beth's determination, Rip's unwavering loyalty, and moments of quiet reflection that remind us why these characters resonate so strongly with audiences. You can almost feel their internal struggles, the tension between protecting what they love and navigating a world full of challenges. The cinematography adds another layer to the excitement. Every sweeping shot of the ranch, every slow-motion moment of horseback riding, every glance exchanged between characters is designed to pull viewers into this new chapter. It's visually stunning, yes, but it's also emotionally charged, giving you a sense that this is more than just a spin-off. It's a story that demands your attention. Even in a trailer that lasts just a few minutes, the way the narrative teases conflict, love, loyalty, and danger is masterful. By the end, you're left not just eager but impatient, knowing that episode 1 will set the stage for challenges, triumphs, heartbreak, and unforgettable moments. Every beat of the trailer signals that the stakes are higher, the emotions are deeper, and the story is more personal than ever. It's a reminder that the Duttons aren't just characters, they're a family, a legacy, and a symbol of resilience. And episode 1 is shaping up to prove that they're worth every moment of attention. The trailer also does something brilliant with its pacing. It lures you in with calm, intimate moments, then hits you with flashes of tension and drama that make your heart race. One of the most exciting things teased is the way the Duttons are forced to navigate a world where power, loyalty, and trust are constantly tested. Beth and Rip's strength is evident, but the trailer hints at moments where even they must make impossible choices, and that's what makes the story so gripping. You see small glimpses of conflict with neighbors and rival ranchers, subtle but charged interactions that suggest the calm of the ranch is fragile and could shatter at any moment. There's a sense that every decision carries weight, not just for them, but for Carter and the future of the Dutton legacy. The trailer cleverly layers tension on top of emotion. While you watch them ride across the sprawling fields, laugh together, or share quiet moments, you also feel the undercurrent of danger, rivalries, and unexpected surprises waiting just beyond the horizon. It's a delicate balance, and it makes the trailer impossible to ignore. The emotional stakes are just as high as the physical ones. You see Carter stepping into his own role, beginning to make decisions that will shape him as a man, while Beth and Rip are caught between protecting him and allowing him to learn from his mistakes. That dynamic alone promises drama, suspense, and moments that will hit hard for viewers who care about these characters. The trailer also teases new allies and adversaries, each with their own agendas, creating an unpredictable web of tension. You can sense that the writers are intentionally keeping some details hidden, which only heightens the excitement. you're left wondering who can be trusted, who will betray whom, and what challenges will rise in the coming episodes. Visual storytelling plays a huge role here as well. Wide shots of the ranch convey freedom, scale, and beauty, but the close-ups, the sweat on a brow, the determined gaze of a character, the subtle glint of suspicion, remind you that danger is never far away. The trailer doesn't just show us a story, it makes us feel it. From the thrill of a fast gallop to the suspense of a heated confrontation, to the quiet but powerful moments of connection between the Duttons. Every second feels calculated to pull you deeper into this world, to make you care about the land, the family, and the struggles that define them. By the time the trailer ends, you're left with a pulse-pounding mix of anticipation and curiosity. Episode 1 promises to deliver more than just action. It promises to immerse us in the heart of the Dutton family, their battles, their love, and the legacy they're determined to protect. This trailer isn't just a tease, it's a declaration that Dutton Ranch is back. Bigger, more thrilling, and emotionally charged in ways that fans of Yellowstone, and new viewers alike, can't ignore. The stakes are higher, the conflicts are sharper, and the drama is richer than ever before, making it clear that Episode 1 is going to be an unforgettable start to a series that feels both familiar and entirely fresh. As the trailer reaches its final beats, the anticipation becomes almost unbearable. Every second teases new challenges, new conflicts, and new emotional journeys for the Duttons, leaving you hungry to see how it all unfolds in Episode 1. The most thrilling part is how the series seems to be blending the familiar with the unknown. Beth and Rip remain the heart of the story, but the new faces, new rivalries, and even the subtle hints of danger create a sense that nothing can be taken for granted. The trailer shows the Duttons in moments of triumph and moments of quiet reflection, giving a clear sense that this season isn't just about action, it's about the choices, mistakes, and victories that define them as a family. Carter's role continues to stand out, suggesting that the next generation is not just a side story, but an integral part of the narrative. You get the sense that Episode 1 will dive into his growth, his struggles, and his first experiences with love and conflict, all while under the watchful eyes of Beth and Rip. The trailer also makes it clear that the ranch itself is more than just a backdrop. It's a character in its own right. Every shot of the sprawling land, the golden sunlight, and the horses running free reminds viewers why the Duttons fight so hard to protect it and why their story is so compelling. The tension between old enemies and new threats is palpable, leaving you guessing who will align with the Duttons, who will challenge them, and who will betray them when the stakes are highest. The emotional core is as strong as ever. Moments of tenderness between Beth and Rip, the way they care for Carter, and their unwavering loyalty to each other remind us why we've fallen in love with these characters over the years. The trailer makes it clear that this season will balance high-stakes drama with deeply personal storytelling, creating a rhythm that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. By the end, you're left with a sense of excitement that's impossible to shake. Episode 1 isn't just a continuation of Yellowstone, it's a fresh, thrilling, and emotionally rich beginning that promises to pull you into the Dutton world all over again. You can already imagine the moments that will make you gasp, the decisions that will leave you questioning who is right or wrong, and the stories that will stay with you long after the episode ends. The trailer closes on a note that's equal parts suspenseful and hopeful, perfectly capturing the essence of what makes the Duttons' journey so irresistible. It's clear that Dutton Ranch Episode 1 will deliver drama, emotion, suspense, and action in equal measure, setting the stage for a season that could easily surpass our highest expectations. The land, the legacy, and the characters we've come to love are all here, and they're ready to take us on a ride that promises unforgettable moments from the very first episode. If the trailer is anything to go by, this premiere will leave fans talking, theorizing, and eagerly waiting for what comes next. The Duttons are back, the stakes are higher than ever, and the story is only beginning. By the end, you're left with a sense of anticipation that is impossible to shake. Episode 1 isn't just an introduction, it's a launch into a world where every decision carries weight. Every glance can hide danger, and every relationship could be tested in unexpected ways. The trailer cleverly promises that the stakes are higher, the drama is deeper, and the characters are more complex than ever, making it clear that this premiere episode will deliver an emotional and thrilling ride that fans will be talking about long after the screen goes dark. If you thought Yellowstone had tension, Episode 1 of Dutton Ranch is ready to prove that the next chapter will be even more gripping, intimate, and unforgettable, leaving viewers counting the days until they can dive headfirst into the story themselves. The trailer doesn't just tease action and drama, it gives subtle hints that Episode 1 will dive deep into the Duttons' personal lives in ways we haven't fully seen before. While the ranch and the horses provide the epic backdrop, the real story is in the relationships, the loyalty, and the moments of tension that make this family so compelling. You can already sense that even minor decisions could spiral into major conflicts, and that's exactly the kind of tension the trailer cleverly sets up. New characters, like Beulah Jackson and Everett McKinney, aren't just there to fill space. They feel like forces of nature, unpredictable, strong, and capable of shaking up the balance of power on the ranch. Every glimpse in the trailer suggests that alliances will be tested, secrets will come to light, and the Duttons will have to navigate challenges that are both external and deeply personal. Carter's role continues to be a highlight, as the trailer teases his journey into adulthood and the responsibilities that come with being part of the Dutton legacy. The way Beth and Rip interact with him shows a mix of pride, protectiveness, and concern, hinting that his choices may drive tension, conflict,